Hi there, Taurus. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for May. This month begins with the Sun in your sign, along with Mars. This is a wonderful combination in terms of increasing your drive and determination to get things done. Also, in week 1, the Sun is forging a transformational angle to Pluto. This can be a time when changes can occur that can have a profound effect on you, deep within your emotions, but also on your actual circumstances. If you're a Taurus that is more open to the concept of change, then this can be an opportunity to really push forwards with something that's been ongoing. If, however, you have found that the restlessness, which has been quite incredible this year, and at times over the last 3 years, has been something you found hard to embrace, I do feel this is an opportunity now for you to be much more open to how some kind of evolution in your world can actually be a very good thing. It is true to say, however, that the Sun is also squaring up to Jupiter at the start of this month. And any hopes you've got around your home, well, you just may need to garner your enthusiasm in such a way that other people don't feel that you're almost trying to force them into any alterations there. So, if that's the change you want, and there are other people affected, then you need to bring them with you. And the full moon, which occurs in your opposite sign on the 4th, suggests that if you're not diplomatic about this, it could create quite a lot of resistance. So it's all about trying to charm people. And with your ruler and Mercury from the first day of this month in the part of your horoscope, which is very much to do with your values, then it could be that you could do some kind of favour or treat to try to create just that atmosphere where other people will be more availing to what you're trying to do. Now, Venus actually moves on the 8th. It moves into a lovely part of your horoscope, which is very much to do with how you express yourself. Now here, in Cancer, it can make you very caring, but it is going to go into an opposition with Pluto from the 19th to the 26th. So if you are trying to get your way about something, and you are having to develop some tactics, just be aware in week 4 that if you try a little bit too hard, it may make you seem rather insensitive or even a little bit disingenuous. So do try to be truthful in your approach. Equally, if someone offers you some kind of tempting tidbit or gives you some kind of encouragement to do something different, try to understand their motives as well. Now, Mars is going to be moving on the 12th. Now, once it moves out of your sign, it moves into the part of your scope that's very much linked to money, possessions, materialism, but also lust. But it is going to be going face to face with the rather strict and restrictive energies of Saturn. So if finances are something you do want to shift and alter, just be aware that you may have to overcome some obstacles or someone's resistance. Things may not go quite to plan as you want. In a romantic context, you could find yourself getting along extremely well with someone, but not really feeling that there's an awful lot of personal chemistry at a more sexual level. However, because Mars isn't going to hang around, it is going to shift on, and that's going to make things rather easier for you. And there's a wonderful new moon in your sign on the 18th, which can give you the opportunity to showcase your talents, give yourself some kind of glamorous makeover, or just feel more progressive and confident about what you're trying to do. Mercury, however, does start to track backwards from the 19th. It's important because of this that when it comes to trying to seek any kind of funding or shuffling your finances in any kind of way, that you are aware that if you're owed money or making an application, there could be some kind of delay. On the 21st, however, the Sun does boost into the area which will boost your drive and energy about making sure that resources are working well for you. Now, the Sun will be here, but it is itself, through to the end of the month, but itself is going to be in opposition to Saturn. Once more, whatever you're trying to gain in the short term is going to have a longer term implication, so just be aware of being too impulsive. Also, the Sun is going to start squaring up with Neptune in the last few days of this month. This is one of those really, really tricky influences, quite honestly. And it just points towards you not being too idealistic, especially around friendships or your future plans when it comes to money. Sometimes money can be a very divisive thing. We all know that. We all know it's very important. But it's also going to be important not to be either too dreamy and hope that human nature will somehow transform into being really righteousness. It ain't going to happen. But on the other hand, it's also being aware of your own motives, your own attitudes towards how you feel about money, and also how you feel about yourself. Because someone could be rather disparaging about something you're trying to achieve in the last few days of this month, and that's when you're going to have to keep the faith, especially if the change that the Sun's angle with Pluto at the start of this month does trigger something that you feel is just inevitable, because once that change occurs, it may not necessarily create a fallout which is easy to deal with, but it will test all of your resources. But your determination and sometimes your stubbornness can also be your greatest gift. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.